Hey peeps, sorry about that. That is very annoying. Hey Rem, how you doing? YouTube has changed a thing. YouTube has changed a thing, as is their way. I don't really understand how that's supposed to work. You're supposed to be able to schedule a stream and then start the stream. It doesn't seem to work. I hope you are doing all right. Hope you're doing well. So we are working on secret things. If you're here to see Missoula Zoo spoilers, unfortunately you're not going to see many, because I am being a wicked toves and hiding myself down in this underground area. You can speculate as to where we are if you like, but if you work it out, I'll be very impressed. So I have this is all some Haribo creation, a part of a big exhibit that's above our heads. So I have said to him I will do some little fiddles and some medals and some detailing back here, just to give it a bit of interest. I think it's just so this is obviously all like non-guest facing stuff, so it's the first thing I wanted to check. This always does my head in slightly, but I'm wondering if there's a probably legit reason why he's got this. But the floor raises up here, so I'm suspicious as to why he's done that, because obviously that means the keeper's feet go into the ground, which always kind of annoys me a little bit. So let's have a little look, see if we can have a wee peek as to why he may have done that, and then we'll give this all a bit of detail. So I think this is just going to be super chill, guys. This is basically because there is no Planet Zoo episode this week. There's been a few different things happening with other games, unfortunately, which has kind of grabbed my time. Flooding. Yeah, maybe. I suspect it's probably just that he wanted to hide away the curbs. Yeah, it looks like it. They didn't want the curbs to show, but I think we can just do some things that would make it a bit more, that just do a better job of hiding the curbs. Like, I think if we just bring all this down, it should be alright. So I think that's what we'll do first. We'll probably just get rid of this floor, and then just bring this through. I mean, I'll have to think about, for some reason, obviously, I guess it's something to do with the terrain shift that he did, that we need to do. But this is kind of what we're doing. It's actually working out. It's such a fun project, this, I have to say. Like, we've got kind of more and more people starting to contribute. Okay, so he has actually got a path shift there. Is that just because the buildings, though, like these staff buildings, don't really need to be raised? He's replaced the floor in there. So yeah, as I was saying, it's become a much more it could be because of the keeper, the actual habitat entrance. Interesting. So that I don't want to touch. So we're going to have a problem when we get to this point, because his path kind of janks, goes around this gap. But we could probably just bring the walls in, maybe, and do something on this side. Like, even if that was kind of just a raised area, that wouldn't be necessarily a problem. I think I prefer that than having all of the floor elevated. But yeah, as I was saying, we've had kind of more people starting to get involved and contribute. Hey Lisa. Hey Frederick. What's up, ladies? Charming. Charming. How you doing? Yeah, we've had more people starting to kind of contribute. I'm not the best person at kind of promoting myself in general. Hey Lindsay. As you guys know, I'm fairly I guess I'm to my I kind of don't mind that. Hey Alison, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. It's going to be super chilled, guys, to be honest, today. So we're going to do, yeah, 2 things. I'll get back to the point. Tobes' random tangents. Tobes' random tangents. But we're going to do, we'll do a bit of this today. We've actually got 2 areas that I've said to Haribo that I'm going to tackle. And this is not the way to do this at all, is it? So we're going to tackle this, and we've got another bit to tackle. This is all kind of just steadily raising. Let's see why this has happened. Do I mind that little janky? Hey Axel, how you doing, bud? Hope you're well. I haven't seen you streaming in a while. Hope you're all good. I've seen Kai about a bit. Popped into the streams a few times, but yeah, I've not seen you for a bit. Sorry, yeah, like random tangents. Brains just goes on a wander most of the time. We're going to do 2 areas in theory, so I'm going to have to somehow work out how to move between those 2 areas. This is not good. This is not what I wanted to do. Without revealing big bits of the park that I don't want you to say. Hello, Nicholas. How are you? How are you? You've reappeared. You've reappeared in the world. Young Nicholas. Young Nick Wiseman in the chat, peeps. Daisy days. You're alive. I know. Well, I've kept meaning to message you actually, because I've seen you playing 7 Days to Die. Because you've had like months and months of not being online. And I've wanted to play DayZ a few times and been like, where's my boy? Where's my boy? I can't play DayZ without the Wiseman. I'd feel scared. I'd feel vulnerable in the woods without my deadly sniper partner. Good man. Yourself? I've been super busy the last while, so I've had no time to stream. Fair enough, dude. Very fair enough. But yes, so there's going to be a few things happening today. This is true, always saving your ass. Well, so you guys don't know this, but the calm spoken creative creative idiot that you have hosting you today is actually secretly a deadly assassin, and I have many hours in the survival game DayZ. And this man in the chat, Nick Wiseman, is someone I played with for a number of years, and in those years we've probably both had several thousand hours of experience in the game. Most people would have progressed in their skill level. But Nick brings something else. Nick brings something else to the table. Generally he needs to be able to shoot people. That's not what he brings to the table. He brings a charm, but certainly not an ability to shoot a gun with any accuracy. Scary being alone in DayZ. It is. That's why you've got to have your boys with you. That's why you've got to have your team around you. It's pretty scary being on Nick's team, though, to be fair, because he can't hit a barn door. What's consistent? Very true. It's good to see you, dude. It's good to see you. I shall have to hit you up. I have played a little bit. I played a little bit a while ago with Chris. Missoula in year 603. This is we're at like episode, so you guys would be surprised if I went up through this roof. You'd be surprised at how much more there is done in the zoo that we have not shown you, peeps. Well, partly we haven't recorded them, but also bits not done. Next week's episode we've recorded, so I will be doing the edit on that one very soon. Yeah, I had I had Zepp in the chat the other day, actually, Nick. Sorry, this is going to be a little bit of a for you guys that are in the chat. I appreciate you indulging me in my my reminiscing. I played Phasmophobia on stream the other day, and had Zepp in the chat for a bit of that. That was quite nice. Right, how are you gonna? Let's just check. Is that better? Oh, slow down. Oh, is that God? Yes, I just noticed what you were talking about. Year 603. Just noticed down here, guys. It says April 3rd, year 603. We've only released 3 episodes. Wow. That tells you how long everything's taken. How much time everything takes to do. Right, well, I'm happier with that. I'm definitely happy with that. And that gives us a little fun challenge for the day, because obviously I don't want to have all these curbs showing. So we will deal with those. So yeah, first thing is going to be that we're going to be doing this in Missoula. And then we're going to be... I'm probably, depending on how much time we've got, I'm only going to stream for probably a couple of hours, guys, maybe 3. Because it's an unusual night. My girlfriend has got a Zoom call with some mates. It's quite unusual that I get Friday to do stuff like this. So yeah, I thought we'd do a little stream, little random impromptu stream tonight. But yeah, we'll do this, and then we'll probably do a bit of a new thing. Which is going to be a community zoo. So I'm going to be starting, hopefully I'm going to be doing the entrance. We'll move these awesome little cages that he's made. I'm going to be doing the entrance, and then looking to you guys, anyone in the Discord, basically. I can't remember if my exclamation mark Discord thing works here, but let's try this. I'm not sure if it actually works in this one. But yeah, so anyone in the Discord will be able to contribute. Oh, it does work. Cool. To that zoo, and we'll do a little bit of a kind of thing. So I'll probably start it off, maybe do a bit of an entrance and stuff. I assumed as you now rich and famous, you're too busy. Yeah, I wish, dude. I wish. I do think. I think most people think that. Yeah, most people will be absolutely amazed about, you have to be pretty big. You have to be pretty big to be making any kind of money. Right, so I think we'll just kind of make this like a little platform, and then maybe we'll make this kind of like some shelves or something, just to kind of cover this, because this is the biggest problem. And then we've got this side as well. So I think if we just kind of make it look like it's supposed to be like that, and fudge in this weird path thing that he's got, and then we're going to have issues all the way around here as well. And then back here is pretty fine. So behind this door are secret things. I'll give you a little peek. That's all you get. I'm not having a little look. We're not allowed to look out the door. Right, so this all needs some detailing, some things to make it look real. So let's start with these bits first, I think. If I just get some plaster. Yeah, no worries, dudes. Yes, we definitely will. Hit me up. It's you that's been absent without leave, so hit me up in the Discord. Oh, sorry, hit me up on Steam. Because I'm definitely down to play for some. Zepp was up for it. Zepp was up for it as well, so maybe we can get the band back together again. Okay, So what can we do here? So we could have like, maybe we could have some power stuff. Just some various different backstage things. I'm thinking kind of back to what I did in the dome. Back in the dome. I'm not sure what's on the other side of this wall, and I don't really want to peek. Just have a little quick look. Okay, it's all fine. This way. That's all fine. And then that's going into the room. Yeah, so we'll be... What will we be doing? We'll be doing episode 4 coming out on next Friday. So this time next week, episode 4, we're definitely ready. Maybe a fruit basket area. Yeah, could do like a feed thing, couldn't we? Some sort of like prep area or something. But then I guess they've got... Oh, what about like a refrigeration thing? Like I did in... Yeah, that's a good idea, Rem. Let's do that. That'd be probably pretty good for this space. And it can be implied as well. Doesn't obviously need to have any access into it. Quite a small space. I'll probably just put those cages back over there. I could probably have done that in not plaster, so it didn't Z-fi it. Excuse me. Yeah, that'll work, I think. 8 little floor pieces. Yeah, that's alright. We'll make it work. I quite like the little challenges, to be honest. I quite like having these little annoying bits to do. It's those, I think it's those things that like force you to be like imaginative and to like use your creativity and stuff. Hello Cabe, by the way, and hello Oyster Seaman. How are you doing? I love what you did, just hate when we annoy little pieces. Well, that's what I'm saying. It's those things. It's the Bob Ross factor. It's the happy little accidents. It's the happy little accidents that drive you to think of some new thing. If you end up with, you kind of end up, because that's it. The temptation is often in the game to make everything square. Like the building system kind of dictates that a little bit. But if you look at most, these sorts of things, they're cobbled together. Like it's very rare that a building, like something like a zoo, will be extended and maybe you've got a bit of the zoo that's brand new, but quite often they're bits that are kind of cobbled together and stuff. And then just the objective of something like this is just to make it look like it's always been like that. Like this is what it's supposed to be like. I enjoy those little challenges. I'm doing great. Started a new zoo with a classic theme and I'm really satisfied so far. Very nice. Very nice. Classic is probably one of the harder ones to do, I think. I would say. Classic can end up sometimes being a little bit too themed. So yeah, well done to you for taking that one on, because I haven't really done that very much. In fact, all the classic stuff that I've done, I'm sort of taking out of the franchise zoo that I've been working on. Get rid of that Z fighting. So yeah, the new community zoo. I don't have much of a plan. I think if we get to that if we get to kind of doing some of that today, we'll kind of chat about it and try and work out a plan together. I want to be together. And yeah, just kind of suss out what we want to do. I don't think there's going to be particularly a theme. I've chosen one of the career mode maps, so it's kind of small, so it won't be, there won't be like, it will be kind of first come first serve. Whoever when I set the bit up in the Discord, whoever shouts and says they want to be involved will get a place in the pecking order. How did you find the Cyberpunk DLC? Yeah, it was good. It was good. House Flipper you're talking about. It was good. It's a little bit of a weird one because it's kind of like, I don't know how much scope they've got like with that, really. Like, where can you go with that? Because you can't put it's so heavily themed. I think that's one of the things that, you know, when you play a game like Planet Zoo, you notice how good they are at making even things that are like highly themed adaptable enough to work in like other scenarios. So they're very, very clever at making sure that a piece is not just a piece that sits, like, can only be, so for example, when we had the Africa pack, for example, lots of the pieces in the Africa pack are obviously in context of an African like habitat, or the sort of surroundings. They look very much like African, but put them in a South American theme and they kind of still fit. So if I look at some of this stuff, so you could kind of, that could be like Aztec, for example, and so they're very clever at, they do a point of theming and not push it too far. And the problem that stuff has in that Cyberpunk DLC in House Flipper is that they don't quite have that nuance. So it's pretty all or nothing. And actually, funnily enough, what I spent most of the time yesterday on the stream doing was bringing it back. Because if you think about something like what I ended up with, I think looked like Fallout. It looked like the theming from Fallout, and I actually really like that style. Sort of a blend. You know, if you think about what Fallout 76 and Fallout 4's style is, it's the clever mix of, you know, super modern stuff and the tech, but like in the case of Fallout 4, or Fallout 76, it's almost like a 50s retro thing going on there as well, which is super cool. So that's sort of what they've done, a little bit of that. But yeah, it needs some, I don't know. I think they do a lot of really good stuff, but I think it's almost like some of the concept work is not their strongest area. But yeah, free DLC, so you can't really complain. You can't complain too much. We've got space in there to do this. We'll just do a little. The other thing I kind of wanted in here is some kind of a bit of draining and things. Yes, the new stuff they sneaked in was good. So there was a bunch of like pictures and things that weren't really mentioned that kind of got snuck in, which is definitely good. The laptop, yeah, I forgot about the laptop, Lisa. That's right, forgot about the laptop. We sort of said this on the stream, you know. I was like, when I found all that stuff, I was like, this is almost better, because the thing is, what you're going to do with the Cyberpunk DLC things is you're going to put them into that one apartment, and then into the moon base, and that's it. Then you're done. You've got nowhere else you can put them. They won't fit in a normal house because none of the other houses are sort of that ilk, because they've gone so far with the theming of it. So yeah, it was a bit of an interest. I mean, it was a big surprise. Obviously, surprise is always good. What do we do with this? Do we mind that? I'm just trying to check I haven't got any Z fighting. I think I don't necessarily mind that. The other thing I want to do in here is some kind of concept, because this is all like underground. Underground big concrete area basically needs some like drainage and things, because if you think if you're trying to wash this out, and this is the habitat gate, you know, and this is implying that animals are coming through here, so you're going to get like poo and all sorts of stuff. Yeah, vent pipes we're going to definitely have on the ceiling. This is going to be a little bit like, because it feels quite a lot like that backstage bit I had in the dome. I'm sure you remember that, Rem, with the pipes running across the ceiling and all that sort of thing. That's kind of what I want to get to. Okay, he's got a little weird bit there, look. Little nub sticking out there. Can we tidy that away at all? It's probably all right. Okay, so we'll think of something. So we're going to have our little fridge here. Not quite sure how I'm going to fit that in, but it can be small. It can be small. Literally going to mention that area, just the message was too long. Yeah, that's all right. I'm on the same wavelength. He's also got no lights down here. Obviously, we've got a natural light coming through these little windows, but we need some lighting as well because it'd be dark. So let's go for. I love this piece. I love this piece. I use this piece all the time for tops of walls. Just does something. It just gives a bit of detail to the tops of walls. A little bit like a. Oh, I don't want it like that. A little bit like a moulding, basically. Because you very rarely see in architecture, and especially not in. Oh, hello! He's got a little gap there. Goodness me, shonky work. I shall have to chastise him. You often see. I'm waiting for him to pop up in the chat and say what. I do love a bit of mouldedly, so we have to start the stream with a bit of moulding. I'm not allowed to go through there. I'm not going to go that way. Yeah, you don't often see, especially not in like something like this, a perfectly crisp line like that between a floor and a ceiling, because this is plaster, so it's very difficult for a plasterer to do that. You see it sometimes in like, you know, if you're seeing a plaster effect wall in like a guest facing area, then the plaster would work a lot harder to make it that crisp, but it's not that easy to do that. So these just tend to give something a bit of a, they just kind of make a little bit more sense of it. And they also obviously just add a little bit of something. Oh, no, didn't want to do that. Hey Chris, how you doing? Hope you're well. Apologies for anyone who had the slightly confusing differences in the alerts that went out tonight. If there were alerts going out from YouTube, who knows? You can never be entirely sure. I'm good. I am good. It's a Friday night. And I don't very often do this sort of thing on Friday night. But yeah, so we had a bit of a weird thing. We got some people may have got like house flipper alerts tonight. Oh, blame YouTube. Bad workman always blames his tools, right? Did you manage to find anything about the picture thing? We were chatting last time. Yeah, you're talking about house flipper. Yes, I did. In fact, I did have someone in the chat just yesterday. My favourite member of Tears for Fears is streaming on YouTube. How very dare you? Am I a member of Tears for Fears? Yes, we did, Chris. We did have a chat. I had someone in the chat yesterday who seemed to think they knew that you could do it. And it is only all I've been able to find out so far. And if one of the moderators can remind me to ask Nadine, Lindsay or Lisa, if you're in the chat, if you can remind me to ask Nadine, that would be really handy. So Nadine is she does some translations for House Flipper, so she'll be able to ask the devs. In theory, got to do something about this little bit here. But no, all I've managed to find out myself is the thing I said to you about the profile picture. That seems to be the only thing that people were saying you can do is you can switch your profile picture and somehow you can upload that into the game. Very similar accent to the guy from Tears for Fears. I adore your accent for that. Are you referring to Tony Hadley? Uh-oh, Haribo's in the chat. They're going to tell me off. It's getting a bit claustrophobic in here. Let's go outside for a moment, just in front of the gate. No, we're not going outside. I'm not going outside. Everybody is... I'm inflicting everybody with this cruelness. We're only seeing... We must live in this underground lair. This is the only place we're allowed to work tonight. I've shown them there's a little bubble of sanctuary up there, but we're not allowed to go through this gate here. There has been a little clue though. I did have a little clue a minute ago, but no one noticed it, I don't think. I'm fixing your floor at the moment, but don't worry about it. Kurt Smith. Oh, I don't know Kurt Smith from Tears for Fears. Am I thinking? Or maybe I'm thinking of Spandau Ballet. I think that's yeah. I think Spandau Ballet is. I think Spandau Ballet is Tony Hadley. Right, so we're going to do our little fridge thing. I still don't really know what I'm doing here, and I've got this little nub to sort out, haven't I? This is annoying. If I go up through the floor, I'm out into the world, I'm pretty sure. What can we use here? I mean, we could just put something tall in there, and that would sort that. Yeah, I know this. I know the songs. I just can't. I can't. You're obviously a bigger fan than I am. You're all right, Eben. No worries. You know, no worries at all. I have no issue if you're calling me. Oh dear. So we're going to do this like refrigeration unit. Basically, we're just trying to make this a bit more interesting down here, because Haribo has done an amazing job of the habitat and then just gone, can't be bothered with the backstage. So I said I'd come and do some work on it. I will leave it to you playing later. Fine. Yes, don't look at it halfway through as your way. Look at it halfway through and then tell me all the things that you don't like. I'm like, just wait. Be patient and it will all come together. We've got this. Right, okay, so let's do this. I guess let's do this bit first. It's going to have to just be like a little box that sits in there. You guys sound exactly like me and Mike. I don't know about that. I won't go as far as that. I won't go as far as that. No. We're both mutual respect, but mutual disdain. No, that's not true. No, it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun working like this. It's the Arctic wolves that were quarantined when I downloaded the file. Oh, you cheeky monkey. I did have one. I did have one that was a floater. That may well be. That is not where we are. That is not where we are. But you are on the money for next week's episode, Rem. Do you want my email so you can message me when you've spoken to Chris? The best thing to do, dude, is just to drop into the Discord. If you jump into the Discord, even if you don't, even if you don't hang around, there's the link for it. Then one of the guys in there, my memory is like a sieve, but Nadine is actually in there. Bazingarama is her name in there, and I'm not sure there's going to be an answer, but we can definitely try our best to kind of help you out. Oh, this doesn't want to be wood, does it? Why am I doing it in wood? A fridge is not wood. I have to go back on Discord. Oh, sorry, you did tell me this, didn't you? This is the price. This is the price, Chris. No, yeah, you did tell me that. Well, you can get involved. The thing is, Chris, if you were on the Discord, dude, you could have got involved in the house. You could have got involved in the house. We've done our multiplayer house. We've got 14 people doing a house in House Flipper. Unheard of. No one has ever done it before. We have turned House Flipper into a multiplayer game. Good man, you know, it makes sense. You don't have to get the app, by the way. You can do it on. You can just do it online. You can go onto it online. Right. So what can we use? So that would be pretty good. Oh, that's kind of big. That's kind of big. Some sort of grill vent at the bottom to go across this front part. Like right down here. Give me a little think about this. Now you're taking the mic. I can't do the house as I'm on Oh, yeah. Sorry. Throwing shade. I didn't even realise I'm throwing. That's probably too big. What can I use? Yeah, I know. You're assuming I have a better memory than I do. We will have things in the future that you can definitely get involved in. Okay, so I just want like a little vent kind of thing at the front. Hide that all away. So that's gonna kind of dictate my size a bit. Right, and we need some sort of metal. Actually, it's not that one I want. I think it's probably the sign I want. Can you change this in the inner colour of the metal sign? Metal. Got Tears for Fears song stuck in my head now. So it's going to be playing in my head the whole stream. Can you change that inner colour? I guess it doesn't really matter. Does this light up though? It does. It has a light to it. Can we use the fact that it has a light to it? Oh, you can. Yeah, you can get rid of that light, can't you? Just to make the. I think you can actually change the colour of this light. Yeah, you can. Just change it to black. That's fine then. I'm going to download Discord. Go for it. Okay, so what do we want to use? We could just do art shapes and then clad it. That's probably a little bit unnecessary. So this is going to be my door. So I'm just kind of planning out the overall size of the thing using the bits that I know I'm going to probably use. These little nubs are a little bit wrong, but we could probably put beams and stuff on there. Let's make a door. Let's go for metal. Oh, hello. Thought I was in the box. Metal beam. Tears. Oh, we nearly went outside. Hello. I've pressed something I shouldn't have done. can never remember this shortcut, but it's the free look cam. That's better. Tears for Fears songs start for 10. So is always bring the weather. What's that one? Stormy weather. Oh god, I'm singing now as well. Hey Andrea, how you doing? Welcome, welcome. Apparently I sound like the guy from Tears for Fears, so I've got Tears for Fears stuck in my head perpetually now. So if we just we can just kind of beam this up a little bit. Hey Dennis, how you doing, bud? That's it. Weather was with you. That's what I was trying to look for. And then Everybody Wants to Rule the World is the other one I know I can think of. Classic 80s. Classic 80s vibes. Do these not Z-Fight? They look like they probably should Z-Fight. I'll move them anyway because they probably will when I'm not looking. It's a shame you can't play music, isn't it, on stream? Well, like known music. I don't mind my stream music, but sometimes there are occasions when you want to be able to play the odd bit of music. Is that the smallest one? It is the smallest one. See my messages. Oh, I don't have the Discord open at the moment, Chris, but maybe Lisa or Lindsay can check to see you are there. You have to like accept the rules thing or something, and then that's it. You should be in. Double cheese. That's good. It's always helpful when everybody. This is why my memory. See, this is, you can't blame it. You can't blame me for this, because most people, if you're not a content creator, I don't know what I'm going to do there. Most people don't have the same name in everything, and so you get this situation where you've got like in the comments for a video. Oh, thanks, Rem. In the comments for a video, someone is called one thing and then something else. We've welcomed Chris. Awesome. Hopefully we can give you an answer. Probably won't have an answer for you anyway. But now we've sucked him in. You are man. You're a man forever. Hey Thrive, how you doing, dude? Welcome, welcome. Thrive is one of Team Serenity peeps. Say hello. The originator of Team Serenity, I think. Hey Emma. How you doing? Oh. I always forget that. I always forget that. And such a weird little thing. I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be I don't know if this is deliberate or not. But when you click normal, you can move it normal. When you click with the I button, you cannot move it normal. It's weird. I don't understand it. I don't understand why it happens. It doesn't seem like any logical sense in that to me at all. I'm going to have like a note system, I think, in the Discord. So I have started to do that. So that I think when you guys come in, I put in people's names that I know them actually as. Because I think it's kind of nice to try and remember people's names. And people always mispronounce my name, so I get quite a lot of Troveses for some reason. Tovez. for when I'm playing. No, I'm not going to say that. Tavez is my certain character in certain games. When I'm playing like a drug cartel. I'm a big girl. I can introduce myself. What? What did I miss? And I'm Rimtus. Right, so what shall we do with this? This is looking a bit rubbish so far. I don't really know what I'm going to do on these ends, but it's okay, we'll get there. Maybe we'll give it some like fin beamage. Actually not thin, is it? Plank is what I want. Plank. That's okay, everyone else is welcome. Me bless. There might have to be rules thing. Got to go. Promised someone I'd be somewhere. Have a good stream. Ta-ra all. See you, Lindsay. Take it easy. Do. That's going to be too big. I don't want that. I mean, I guess we could probably use... What if we use these and we just kind of go with a different colour? Can they look like they're of a different material? Like, probably not. What if we do like... I don't know if this is going to work, by the way, guys. This is always just... I'm making more of a problem for myself here. I want the trouble is I want the door open. So usually you get the ability to hide a load of crap inside, clip it all through. But I'm limited on pieces. I know what I'll use. We'll use. Oh, all right. Okay, we won't do that. We'll use gutters. Gutters I don't think will stick through the back. Let's see. Oh, didn't want to do that. Well. That one. Yeah, that'll work. That'll work. Okay, and then these are so useful, these gutter pieces, because they can kind of look like they're anything. From bits of writing to vent grids, which is what I'm kind of doing here. I think the thing I love about Planet Zoo is it's like most of the time it's just like the context of something that finishes the idea, like right up until the point and until you see like some fruit or something in this thing. It's not really going to feel like a fridge right up until the end stage when we add the detail to it. Actually, maybe we should make those angled just to make it even more difficult for ourselves. So we'll keep one of those just there, and then we'll give that a little twist at can you change your YouTube name? I could change my... You can, yeah. It's like your Google account name. So that's how you change it. You have to change your Google account name, I think. I think that's how you do it. Can't remember, I haven't done it in a long time. Do we want one more little twist? And then push it back in. Is this sticking out the back? Still not sticking out the back. Good. It doesn't really matter, dude. Most of the time people have got different names anyway. It's all good. All good. This is going to require me to do this separate, I suspect, because if I try and put those two pieces together, they will not move. They will not move in the way that I want them to move. Let's just say, oh, in fact they do. Beautiful. This is like ridiculously over detailed. Never mind. I wonder if I group them, will they still move? They will. So I probably don't need this, and maybe I'll still use that. I don't know. Is this going to be really tall? This door is quite tall, isn't it? I can probably hide some of it. So we just do it like that size. Vents at the bottom of the door, yep. Spot on. Hey Pim, how you doing? Hope you're doing well. So this bit's going to have to be either that top bit. In fact, it's probably easier. It's probably going to be easier to do that. And then shorten this down. And then I've got to make the second one. So I've got to remember to make the second one. So while I'm making this, I need to remember the bits that are going to be the difference between this one and the left and the right. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Episode 4 coming out next week. I'm in a secret underground lair so that you can tell what I'm doing. Oh, hello. We have got stuff sticking through the back here. That's okay, because we could just double the door up and pull it back. Kind of like that texture, because I think that texture actually kind of does look... It does look doory, doesn't it? It does look a little bit like the inner edge of a fridge. It's a shame it is slightly too big, and I don't know about these nubs. I'm never a fan of the nubbing. The nubbing is always something I'm not sure about. I've really been digging Missoula Zoo. Super inspirational. Thank you very much, dude. Appreciate it. We're having a lot of fun with it. Okay, so we don't need too much of this, but we'll just do like... It's probably too much. Oh, are you gonna be a fuzzy texture? Not a big fan of the fuzzy texture. Please don't move around too much as I move towards you. Okay, right. So, what are the chances that the game's going to let me grab all of this in one foul swoop? Oh, not that. Group it all together. Move it up top. Oh, maybe it's letting me do it. Looks like it's moved away slightly. Okay, sticks out a little more than I want it to, but that's fine. We can adjust that. Grab these bits and pull. We'll just pull that in a touch, or out a touch, sorry, so that it just kind of overhangs. Just say that little gap there. See what I mean? Rather than the vent sticking out. Interesting. We've got two different positions. It's because I'm being a bit shonky with my work. Oh no, 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 no. Oh, hello. Oh, you swine. Okay, that's a little bit bodgy, but never mind. We'll get it there. Okay, right. So that doesn't look quite... It doesn't look doory yet, but it will. Dory, not doory as in... Dory the fish, but it doesn't look like a door yet. But we'll get there. So that's a... I'm okay with the start. I'm okay with the start. Okay, so let's just give that I think that can probably go in. I don't really want that bit sticking up there. Okay, is that good? It's kind of chunky. It's a bit, probably a little bit chunkier than I would have liked it to be, but I think this is going to be all right. So let's grab all of this and we'll duplicate this first so that we don't let's not do that. Don't group it all together yet. I don't do that either. That's it. Right, so there's my other door before I start doing... Oh, hello. I'm missing something. Go back. There we go. So those are all on one group. Hooray! Well done. But now I've got to remember to call you Chris, because that's what I do. Even though your name is Double Cheese. So I will probably still try to still remember and call you Chris, despite the fact that you've changed your name. Oh, I don't really want to duplicate you though. I want to just... Why am I not... I don't want to... Oh, go on then, we'll just group it all together. I kind of didn't want to do that yet. Okay, so in theory, I should just need to flip this round to make the second door. And push that back in again. In theory, he says, but it's not quite right, is it? Okay. It's coming together. I think we need some sort of like seal thing on this, which is probably gutters will do nicely. Confused toes, where all your animals have gone. There are none of them in here, and there are many, many animals in the zoo. And you're not allowed to see any of them until next week. We are working only in the secret underground lair today. I can't work out which way round I am. There we go. So we're just doing like a metal, not a metal, like a rubber, kind of a rubber seal thing. Just started playing Planet Coaster. I haven't really tried Planet Coaster. I have it. My suspicions are now that if I go back to try and play Planet Coaster, having played Planet Zoo, I used to watch people play. I watched Corrales play Planet Zoo, and I watched the original Koali team back in the day do Planet Zoo, do Planet Coaster, and loved it. Come on, you Smurf. There we go. But I suspect now if I tried to go back, I would struggle with all the things that were bettered when they made Planet Zoo. Can we make it so that it looks like it's... Can we make it so it looks like it's got like a... You know where you get kind of a... you know, like rubber gets kind of corrugated. Not corrugated, but you know, like you see on a... Like a xylophone. Not a xylophone. What am I thinking of? You know, the thing that you squeeze, almost like bellows. That's kind of what I want here, but how could I possibly do that? It's really good. Name something gutters can't do. Exactly. Exactly nothing. It's so good. It's one of the most useful pieces. I watched Cowtown play it. I don't know Cowtown. Trying to persuade Crackers to play it on her channel. She's too creative. So creative. She did play some Planet Zoo stuff for a while. Same Planko situation here, Toes. I have it, but only because I have Planet Zoo. Yeah, I think I got it in one of the sales. And I had it, well, I had the original game. And then, yeah, just haven't. And then I think I added a load of DLCs recently or something when there was a sale. And then just haven't kind of gone back to it. What can I use for this, guys? I'm not describing what this looks like, but you know, like bellows have got like almost like a concertina of rubber, and you see that on big industrial fridges. I'm trying to think how I could do that, like, because this obviously if I just move that out, it just doubles up. So I'd need a different piece, maybe just like a thin, maybe just like thin plank. We might be able to sort of hide. This feels like something I'm going to abandon because it won't work. And it's, don't want it that black, that's for sure. Guys, how do I view your upcoming event on Discord for YouTube channel? What do you mean? It's my schedule? Or are you talking about the community zoo? If you're talking about the community zoo, I haven't put anything in the Discord yet, so there's nothing to see. This isn't going to work, is it? My schedule is in the my schedule channel in that room, but you won't see it unless you've like accepted the rules and stuff, and then you'll get to see the rest of the Discord. Because when you first get in there, you don't see nothing. Basically, you just see a thing that says my rules or something. My house rules, I think I called it. It's to stop it's just to stop sort of people just kind of joining the Discord with no real intention of actually coming in the Discord. It's also quite good for stopping bots and things. How do I accept rules not asking me anything? So there's like a rules room, and then there's a little tick box in there. You got to tick that box, tick that little green tick, and then you'll be all good. That doesn't really add anything. That doesn't really add what I wanted it to add. It does kind of, it does no, I suppose it does a little something, but it's not going to be noticeable. And it's such a wood texture that's the trouble. I think we're just better off with the... I think we're just better off with that. I guess what I could do... what I could do is, let's see if we get away with this. So this is the smallest... yeah, that was what I was worried about. This is like one of the smallest bits that you get. Oh, what did I just do there? Did that hide away? No. I think it's probably going to have to stay like that then. I can't think of a narrower piece. Oh, I know what I could do. I know what I could do. I don't think this is going to be better. That good for spam bot, but if someone wants to troll, they will just accept. That's true, Dennis, but you know, every bit helps, dude. every bit helps, and we haven't got many people that have come in and done that. We have got a few people that have joined and just sat at that rules thing, and so yeah, they're people that will just get dumped out eventually. I'd much rather do that than have people that are not going to be active in the Discord. It's a bit pointless having one if people aren't, are not chatting and stuff. And I don't really want to just get like numbers in there. I'd rather have people that actually talk. You don't have to answer this, Toves, but I'm curious to know what you thought about the animal leak. I very nearly made a video on it today, actually, dude. I thought maybe you were gonna. I thought you were gonna. I did look at it, and I actually watched the thing. I don't know if you watched that whole. It was very interesting, that whole the thing that when I first got wind of it on Estan and Drew's podcast. I thought it was interesting. It does seem like it's a probable. It seems very likely, but I don't know if that drives any of the timings or anything. So for those of you guys who don't know, it's an unlisted video, Rem. That's why you won't find it on the internet. It's an unlisted video. You can't even go to Frontier's page and find it. You have to have the link. So basically the speculation is, so it was for those of you guys who don't know, it was a stream. I don't really 100% know what the context of why they were doing that stream was, but it was almost like it looked like it was a kind of like a graduate recruitment thing that they were doing. And so it was kind of a stream that two of the senior rigging developers were doing from Frontier. Rigging is basically like the mechanics of an animation. So if you think about him, like he's basically got like he has actually got a skeleton in there, and that's a basic, very very basic skeleton, and then they hang the skin and all that sort of thing off of them. It's very very clever. And these two developers was talking about the things that they had done with Planet Zoo, and one of the things, there were a number of things throughout the video that were interesting and potential little leakers. First one was the fact that their screen, their slideshow. So it was two guys basically doing a slideshow. I actually recorded some of the footage, so I have some of the footage because I was going to make a video on it. The two guys with presenting the slideshow, talking about what they're doing. They had sort of screen share up and the slideshow. The first thing that was noticeable that everybody noticed was that their cover page for the cover page for the slideshow had sort of silhouette animals in it, and one of them was an orangutan, and then very very clearly at the top of the page were birds. What looked like golden eagles or some big eagle or something. So that was kind of the first thing that was noticeable. And then as they went through, they kind of weren't particularly guarded in how they were talking about it. They very very clearly were talking about 200 animals, which obviously we don't have 200 animals. I thought one of the things that was quite interesting is that they were talking about their involvement in the past tense. So these are two senior guys who built them sort of mechanics of the kind of engine of how they make animals in the game. And so it made sense that they potentially had, they were involved and then not involved and passed it off to someone else. But it did seem to suggest from the way they were talking about that 200 animals already existed. In theory, that's kind of what it sounded like. Not 100. No, you can't take any of this with 100%. But then, as they went through the video, and as they went through the kind of presentation, there was a section in which they were showing, they were in their kind of development software in the engine, the Cobra engine, or whatever it's called. I think it's Cobra. and there was a few times they showed drop-down menus, and they didn't really seem like they weren't being guarded about it. They clearly didn't have anyone kind of gatekeeping what the content was, but they showed drop-down menus that had lists of animals, and there were penguins and grey seals, sun bears. I think that was it. 5. Remind me if there was any others. But yeah, all very interesting stuff, and it's pretty unusual for Frontier to have any kind of unintentioned leak. Giant otters, that's right. What was interesting about, you could sort of see, I think you could sort of see, you could sort of see the stages of development that those different animals were. You could almost imply it, because the sun bear, for example, was only like a one-off entity in this list of different animals, and a lot of the others had, you know, male, female, infant variants in there. You won't be able to share it in the chat, but in the YouTube chat here. But yeah, all very interesting stuff. And then the sun bear didn't look like it had gone at all. Now, all of this could potentially still be, you know, that doesn't necessarily mean that we're getting it, because they may well have worked on something and then, you know, it may well have not come to fruition, or it may be that they've got a plan that still means that that's like a way out. But it seems very likely that those things are happening, at least. I didn't want to do that. And this is off the back of, and what's quite funny about this is that you can tell the stuff that that Frontier have been themselves leaking out. So there was no, it's very rare that Frontier will do something where there's no, like, it's an accident that something's been shown. So yeah, there was a big thing when the anniversary, there was a dev journal put out on the anniversary, and it had in the background of one of the pictures what was very clearly a cage, what looked like an aviary. And I don't know if those pieces, I looked at it, I thought, I'm not sure those pieces aren't pieces we've got in game. But regardless, the choice to use something which was what effectively would have been an implied habitat, which is what they've created in game, and what we're all creating in game, seems a bit odd. So yeah, the speculation there was, okay, this is the signal that that birds are coming, because we don't actually have a cage piece. So why show a cage piece in the game? It looked like it was something that could be made by, you know, by the lattices and stuff, but they very rarely make a mistake and do something like that. So yeah, let's just talk. I think probably better just to talk about it anyway. To be honest, I was a little bit surprised you didn't make a video. I haven't actually seen anyone make a video yet on it, and I did very much consider it, but potentially if I'd not been busier this week, I would have done. But there was a little bit of me that was apprehensive, because you've got to be a little bit careful in, well, I don't know how you feel, Thrive, but you do have to be a little bit careful about pissing off your developers, because, you know, I very, very rarely, I don't think ever, I've had anything ever shared by Frontier. I've had once I've been hosted, and I don't think that's anything personal. I think it's pretty much just because I'm the way I am, and I'm pretty quiet, and I'm a bit off the radar, and I play other games, which I don't think hurts me all that much. But yeah, you don't really want to piss them off, and I didn't. I kind of was like, I ummed and ahed about it, and a bit of me thought, yeah, this would probably be quite good for me, clickbait wise. I could probably get some views out of it. And then I just thought, it's just not really the sort of content I really want to make, and I don't really want to piss them off. So I decided not to bother. But we've just talked about it here, so maybe it didn't make any difference. Maybe it doesn't make any difference. Well, I haven't shown anything, and nothing has been. Everything here I've said is available information anyway. But yeah, that video is available. But yeah, you can't. Oh, it may not be now. It may be that they've already got rid of it. Sure, Francis is very lawyered up, so be careful. Yeah, I mean, I don't really know what the rights with that would be, because yes, you couldn't use their footage. So if I was to take a bit of the footage and show it in a video, but you can't unsay something. None of us are under NDAs. If that's different, if you get a non-disclosure agreement, so when the guys, when you get early access to something, and I didn't get this, but I think Thrive did, but when you get early access to something, you're under the agreement that you're not going to say anything, and they don't make you sign an NDA. I don't think. It'd be very unusual if they did. Most people just do that on a trust basis. But if you break that NDA, you're kind of knowing that you're screwing yourself with that developer, and they will never give you a free key again. Man, there's only 10 watching. That's all right, dude. That's fine. Planet Zoo. I mean, I didn't hype this up or anything. It's not my regular thing. It's not a regular slot for me to make content. No problem with it being 10 people. Quite happy with it being 10 people. Yeah, exactly. They don't make you sign an NDA, but it's heavily implied, knowing that it's just not worth your while. I tried to bodge up that second door, and I don't think I can. Yeah, I had that with the House of a Ghost Mower testing. Yeah, same deal basically. That they know that if you do it, they'll just. Well, the thing is, with if you're making, if they make it, sorry, I meant to say, if you break it, then then you're dead to them. Exactly. Well, I don't know if I have much to lose there because I'm a bit dead to them anyway. But no, that's not true. That's not fair. They're decent. I mean, they're just trying to make a living. They're doing their jobs. Those two guys probably got some shit. So, I can't imagine that was a great thing to have happened in their business. And it didn't feel deliberate. It felt like a mistake. It was too. If it was deliberately done, it was far too contrived for it, to feel like it was deliberately done. Right, guys, I'm gonna shoot and watch a stream from yesterday with new House of a Sub. Cool. All right, Chris. Hopefully we can catch you in the Discord. I've done all this. I've done all this with the door, and now I've stupidly. What did I do to copy it? I just copied it. Oh, I flipped it, didn't I? That's all I did. Why am I not doing that again? Why am I doing something different today? No, that's not what I want. That's not what I want either. Doo-doo. Something wrong with the stream because there's two with the same description. Oh, is there two now with the same description? Wonderful. Now that's probably not helped the number of people that have joined. Yeah, I had a scheduled stream and then it wouldn't let me start the scheduled stream. Stupid. So I had to do a new one. This is getting messy now. I want 2 doors, I don't want 1. It shouldn't be as difficult as this is being. Why is this being a pain? Actually, I could just pull the other door. Let's just get that door. Move that one over. Well, it's different. Top and the bottom are different, that's why. Okay. Let's get rid of this then. Am I still playing the Tenants? I don't think so, Dennis. It might be. I think I'm going to start doing. So I think I've said this to you guys before, but there's like a thing. It's a bit of an unfortunate thing, but like making bad content, as far as YouTube concerned, doesn't do well for any of your good content. It's a bit of a shame, but it forces content creators to not take a risk with new games because they don't want to screw the rest of their stats. So what that means is that when I play something like, when I play something like the Tenants and it doesn't do that well, that game did all right. That video actually did all right. It was a slow burner. But I'm not convinced. I'm not convinced of the longevity of the game, and I'm not convinced how much fun I'll find it to play. And so what that means is it does feel like a little bit of a risk to put on the channel. But what we may start doing, and one of the reasons why I've been fiddling around with the Discord for the last couple of days, is we might just have games that I stream into the Discord sometimes. And that way, you guys that are kind of in my community in the Discord don't miss out on us playing those games. But I don't then risk run the risk of having that kind of affect other videos, if that makes sense. Because some of those games I want to play, like Grounded, I actually really enjoyed, but I'm a bit kind of stuck because if I play Grounded, it's going to get really bad views, and then unfortunately that means the number of people that see my House Flipper videos or my Planet Zoo videos suffers, which is it can be a bit frustrating. Why is this getting so messy? It was neat before, now it's getting messy. So the Tenants is potentially in that category of games that I could play again, but I doubt I'll make videos or stream it live into YouTube or Twitch. What's this bit here? What is that? Oh, that's gutter. Twitch is slightly different. Twitch is a little bit less of a problem because you don't really have any kind of, there's no algorithm in Twitch. So yeah, those games are better suited to me playing it on Twitch. What actually is that? Is that the gutter piece I've got in there? It is. The trouble is, it's just a balance thing. Most of the time, it's just a balance thing between what's this game about? This game is a zoo game, but you're not really seeing much of the zoo. So there's a whole zoo that I can't show you because I'm building in secret today. I'm stuck. And we're building some of the backstage facilities for it. This guy's about to go off to one of the habitats. I don't understand why that one looks so much worse than the one next to it. What have I done? I felt like I moved that one from the other side. But this is a bit. I mean, this at the moment is a bit more like just a. You know, if I put chill in the title of a stream, it's a bit like us just chatting, to be honest. And this is just more of like a hangout and do something type stream. I have to say you're catching up on 3K. Yeah, it's still a little bit of a way off, but it's getting there. Been pretty good this week. Oh, got all my groups wrong now. If you could have one animal in Planet Zoo as a pet, which one would you choose? Good question. I did kind of fall in love with the red pandas, I have to say. Doing that habitat. They're super cute. Because they're a bit, I don't know, they've got like a bit of a cat-like quality to them as well. Oh, God. You get those, sometimes you get those things in the game that just don't want to let you click on anything else. They're needy. Okay, so it's just that bottom section now. See this one, I'm not clicking anywhere near it. Stop getting me click you. Okay, group those and move those. It's still different, isn't it? Why is it different? I think maybe it's just not moving quite the same. But the right one looks, well, the left one looks better, but I think that's okay. These doors are going to be open anyway, so I don't really need to. What say your pet would be? What say your pet would be? What would you say your pet would be, Rem? I've got them all grouped together now as well. Darn. I like a lot of the animals, to be honest. Oh yeah, you said before you like the bongos. That's not what I want, is it? Yeah, the bongos are cool. Tortoises, but I can't choose between the two. Have we not got enough tortoises in your life? How many have you got in total? Oh, I just realised if I do the doors. Oh no, I've just realised what I've not considered here. If I do the doors open, how am I going to deal with that? Oh. Never enough. I have 3. I'm gonna have to change that metal piece because it's not going to work with an open door. That's fine. We'll find something else. What can we use? Is there another sign that I can use? That's probably usable. This looks a bit more like stone texture though. When you like make this all the same, you can make this kind of look like it's stone or slate or something. That's not going to work. Those are massive, aren't they? Yeah. That's not going to work. I need something metal. What can we use? What can we use? I guess I could just use an art shape, but it's not gonna have the texture that I want. It's not gonna have the shininess that I want. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Otherwise the art shape would get you out of trouble in every situation. But it's just gonna be flat textured. The old scroll through the pieces, looking at every possible option. Banner, you reckon? What's that got? No, those are huge. Yeah, but is it not too big? Are they not too big? These are going to be massive, aren't they? I'm going to have the same problem. I think I'm going to have the same issue. I've really got my heart set on having... I mean, obviously that one's fine, but I've got my heart set on having one of the doors open. Which is... it's going to be the problem. There's something I'm thinking of. It's a metal piece. I thought it was a sign, but it's not. So there's these, but I'm pretty sure these are too big as well. Oh, that's what I've got. That's what I'm using already. The doors are going to be massive. That's bigger as well. Is that bigger? We'll find something. We will find something. Try new rod fence posts. Yeah, I was thinking about the fence posts, and then they'll end up being... I don't know if that will work though. Won't that end up being... Think of the New World wall decoration. Aluminium panel small. New World. I think that's what I just tried, isn't it? Didn't I not just try that? Yeah, that's what I just tried. It's too big. It's got to be. It's going to have to be the back of something. That's the wrong side anyway. That's the other side. Maybe we can make that work. It has got a bit of a shine to it. Hey Micah. Does that stick through the back? It does. I don't mind having the doors thicker. That's a possible. Let's see, I'd have to do like some jank with it. I'd have to do definitely do some jankiness. But like, see, that's starting to get better. And that's kind of potentially a detail, just the fact that it's got that bit through the middle. I'd obviously have to switch all the lights off. Fix all the Z fighting that's going to do. I mean, that could work. That's a possible. And then we've got an issue on the other side. But probably just if we just doubled the whole thing up, spin it round. That could work. What else? What other options have we got here? Let's go right down the bottom. I mean, the other thing I thought was maybe just like the fence posts, like stacked across. I think they're just going to be a bit boring. What were you saying? 5 New World fence post. New World fence. Yeah, they can work like a bajillion of those. Yeah, that's going to be a horrible texture though. It'll jitter like a crazy. I'm maybe going to try this. I'm going to try this, see if we can make this work. So this is New World wall lamp. I wish I'd thought of this before. Derp. I thought I'd planned it out and everything, but hey ho. And this is why everything takes so long. Haribo, look at the year in the bottom right corner, dude. It's year 603. 600 years. Oh dear. What was it called then? What was it called? What is that? What's the... No, that's massive. These are massive as well, aren't they? There's no way I can use those. No, it's because I'm always on play. I'm always on pause. Performs so much better when you have it on pause, surely. Is that just so you know what you're doing to my PC? Okay, so let's put this in the center. Let's try and center this up. Obviously that other bit's going to disappear behind there. And maybe then we'll have a... Maybe that doesn't matter. I was going to say maybe then we'll have some air just going through. So let's try and get that. I'm just going to eyeball it into the center. Makes no difference for me yet. I think I'm due. I think I'm definitely due. The gods are due to give me, just because I'm a nice person, I'm going to get a 3080 for Christmas. Just bestowed upon me from the heavens on high. Compliment. Hi Toves. Hello. Oh no, shouldn't have clicked off that. Oh well, we don't need it anyway. I'm not setting the lights off, guys. I'm forgetting to turn the lights off. Yeah, I'm noticing lag in a few places, but it's not too bad. I've noticed around the waterfall the other day when I was doing the waterfalls. I was getting lag. It's better now we've got only 500 guests in the park though. That's definitely helped. Concentration mode. Engaged. Just one more little tick back. There we go. So it doesn't matter if it's Z fights up there because that's all going to be hidden. I'm making a fridge, like a keeper fridge, or like a food unit anyway, like a industrial fridge. That's the idea. I don't know how successful we're going to be yet, but it's coming. I'm trying to make it out. I'm trying to make the door open, which is definitely the thing that's making this difficult. If it wasn't for the fact that the door's open, I think that might work. So the problem is I'm trying to create something. I mean, this doesn't even have a metal texture, does it? Really? I could be doing this with art shapes. I could probably achieve. Oh my god. I could probably achieve the exact same thing with art shapes that I'm doing here. In my head, I've told myself that this has got a metal texture, but now I'm not so sure. It has got a metal texture. It's got a shine to it, a slight shine. I don't know. I'm not sure yet. We shall see. I mean, if I can get it working and the door's open. Oh, I've got to do this all again in a minute as well because I've got the other door. Oh, I've just realised what would be easier than doing the way I'm doing it here. The black bit on the front, I don't need to worry about being perfect. Oh, it'd be better if it was though. Let's just do it. Let's just take the pain. I mean, I guess I could bring the grill pieces down. Maybe that would be better. Bring this grill section down further so that I only need one set of those. So it's like that. Does the white part has the metal sheen as well? Yeah, it's the white part that's got the sheen. Oh crap! The other bit is matte. So this is gloss, and then this is matte, like a matte finish to it. Oh dear. Yeah. Oh, why do you keep doing that, Toves? I've done it twice now. Click the damn thing into place. That's all you got to do. There we go. It's a lot of effort. It's a lot of effort for not a lot of thing at the moment. Okay, so let's tidy this edge up then. So this can go, that doesn't need to be duplicated. That can go in. That can go in. Okay, so we've got the kind of, this is supposed to be like the seals and kind of like a rubber edge to it so that it's sealed. You can see the metal. Look, as I move around, you maybe can't pick it up on the stream because it's not as good a quality, but that's the only bit I don't like, the fact that it does that. I think it will look alright in context. Obviously, the other one is way better, so we need to, but I can't obviously have them different. I've got to have them both the same. Oh, now I'm thinking, what about a glass piece? Would a glass piece have been better? Oh my god, I'm the most annoying person in the world sometimes. Maybe a glass bit would be better, but then I'm gonna have all this. I'm gonna have all this crap to hide. You don't see glass fridges on like. Do you see glass pieces on industrial fridges? Oh, you got blue screen of death. Not good. Touch wood. I've not had one of those in a while. I don't really know. I don't know if I like this. I like the rest of the door. I think. What's my glass options? The glass pieces are small, but they're not going to be. They're not going to be the right size. Most. Well, that's what I'm thinking. Most would be closed. It's not supposed to be. It's not going to be a walk-in anyway, because it's. I mean, I guess it could be a walk-in. Not with these doors though; they're too small. If it was going to be a walk-in, it could be a walk-in, guys, couldn't it? We could just make it a walk-in. Apologies for my indecisive nature, but it is the way I am. But we could definitely make it a walk-in, and then we wouldn't have this issue at all. Because we could just do this, bring it all down to the floor. Just a white chest, yeah. Could do that as well. Glass and solid doors, just googled. I think maybe we'll just make it a walk-in fridge. Because I like that back texture. And we could do we could do just a little chest freezer thing as well. This is all the stuff you guys wouldn't usually see. So this is the this is the pain behind the scenes that goes on. But I think that will look better. I do think that will look better because then. I mean, I can't actually have it as a walk-in fridge, obviously. I can't really have the keepers be able to walk in there. Right, we've got to unpick all this. Unpick all this mess that's going on here now. Okay. I don't think that's needs to be duplicated. That piece there, that's the gutter over the top. Yeah, this is going to be better. This is definitely going to be better. Alright, and then I need to do something. I need to do something that makes it feel like it's not all glitched into the floor, which is just to do a bit of a like black foot to it, a foot to the door. Let's move all that back to, oh darn. Yeah, so it'd be interesting to see how they deal with all that kind of DLC speculation stuff that's doing the rounds. Because I don't, yeah, it'd be a shame if it kind of gets turned into a negative thing. People start kind of going, well, we know you've got 200 animals, so why have you not given us 200 animals? Remember when we were talking about the pet from Planet Zoo? A tortoise breeder in my area just had a clutch of Aldabra tortoises. It's a sign. Oh no. Job done then. I'm really hoping for an aquatic pack. Yeah, I think most people are definitely wanting aquatic animals. But aquatic animals that function, and not just because I think the concern is that they could very easily do what is effectively just big exhibit animals. So they just on a like pre-programmed path in a sealed thing that you can't change. Interesting, Rem. Do you think that's an option? Maybe. Bit late now, but added picture of glass door industrial fridge to Discord. So look. Oh, I see that the alert that went out in Discord for this was the Cyberpunk House Flipper DLC. Fan Dabby Dozy. Yeah, that's kind of cool. It's not quite what I'm looking for though. That is a cool picture, but it's not quite what I'm shooting at. Like an Antarctica pack. This is always annoying when you can't actually see what you're trying to move because the arrow's in the way. So I was actually thinking about making a DLC video anyway, before all this kind of speculation started, and I thought I was gonna make it on like mechanics, not just packs. Like what would be interesting mechanics. I think that kind of lands that. Looks like it's kind of got a little rubber seal to the bottom of the door. So is this isn't too tall, is it? Is it too short? Is it still too short for him? It's still a little short, isn't it? I think that's all right though. I think we'll go with that. There was a discussion on Discord that suggested that, but they said penguins aren't really Arctic, but from all over the globe, and they're right. Well, depends what type of penguin you're talking about. If you're talking about giant penguins are only found in one of the two poles, aren't they? You do get penguins in all sorts of different climates. But oh, we've got a bit missing on the back of that one. But yeah, like Humboldts and all those sorts of things, different climates, I think. But the giant, the king penguins, which is what they had in it was a king penguin. It wasn't just a generic penguin. I'm pretty sure it said king penguin in the video. So those are the ones you see kind of huddled together in the Antarctic, I think, or I never remember the differences between the two. But also there's the Galapagos penguins, and the ones in South Africa are lots more. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it either said emperor penguin or king penguin. I think it said king penguin, which I think I'm right in saying is one of those ones that you see. Huddled together in the like massive colonies in the middle of nowhere, occasionally getting terrorized by polar bears and walruses. Okay, right. So we've messed around with this door for like 2 hours. Best we start actually get working on a fridge. The fridge should be the easier bit, to be honest. He says. Is that all together? No, it's not. So we've got to position this far enough back so that when I open one of these doors, that it doesn't stick out over this lip and then reveal that the fact that I've got this bit hanging down underneath it. So no, like there. I mean, I guess we could strand a keeper here as well, but it's going to be tricky with his paths. Polar bears don't live in Antarctica. Which one is it then? Because I always get them mixed up. There's Arctic and Antarctic, and I never remember which way round. Is Antarctic the South Pole and Arctic the North Pole? I never remember. Gosh, imagine getting body slammed by a walrus. They stink as well. They're right stinky buggers. The Arctic is the North Pole, the Antarctic is the South Pole. Right. And so the polar bears and the emperor penguins are at which pole? Or are they different? Am I wrong? They're not in the same pole at all. It's entirely possible. Dun, dun, dun. That's annoying, that bit. That's just a little bit too long. I don't really want it just to be quite that long. So, do we go all the way? I don't think polar bears eat penguins. May be wrong. Penguins are too fast and small for a bear. Put so much. Yeah, but they I don't think that's right, dude. They eat seals, so if they eat a seal, they eat a penguin. Surely. To which you're supposed to reply, yes, I think you may be right, but don't call me Shirley. True, but seals have yummy blubber. Maybe penguins are tasty. Well, that's the thing about Galapagos tortoises, isn't it? I think we've talked about this before on stream. About how the fact that supposedly Galapagos tortoises took so long to get named because get their Latin name because they were so tasty, and the Darwin and all the peeps supposed to be bringing them back to England to have them classified, kept eating them all. I think I can go through this wall, yeah, and this one, yeah. There are no penguins in the North Pole where the polar bears live. Oh. So Emperor penguins, the big Emperor King penguin type dealies, South Pole. Got it. I don't know why that's got hidden. That looks alright to me. Oh, thanks, Emma. Calinoids nigra is their Latin name. I love them. The ones in my local zoo were the first of their species to be observed hunting birds. Hunting birds? What were? The tortoises? Are there no penguins north of the Galapagos Islands? Yeah, there must be. No, I don't know. Interesting. I don't know. You see penguins. I know I've seen penguins in Australia, but obviously that's south. Do you not see penguins in like California and places like that? I'm thinking this probably shouldn't be quite as moulded into this wall as I've made it. It's not very realistic. Yes, they would bait them by positioning themselves over food and then crush them while they tried to get it. Wow, never knew that. Savages. Slow moving, terrifying savages. I live in California, there's no penguins here. Interesting. I'm trying to think now. I used to live in San Francisco. I'm trying to remember, but yeah, I'll take your word for it. No penguins. Not in Canada then? Not up into Washington and places like that? That's funny then, isn't it? So why do they go? Why will they go to the south cold, but they won't go to the north cold? Interesting. Penguins are awesome though. I do like a penguin. I went to Phillip Island in just outside Melbourne. And there's huge colonies of penguins there. Just come ashore every night. Super cool. And they've made all these kind of little nesting boxes and stuff for them. It's a shame about this bit of this door, but I'm going to have to do something there just to kind of make that look like it's broke. If I just do like a tiny little bit of gutter, I think I can do that. Actually, let's use a bracket piece. There is invasive penguins in the Channel Islands in California. So is that south of, where's that, dude? Is that north or south of like LA? Is that, I'm assuming that's a northern, maybe it's not, maybe it's a southern area. That's odd though. I'm surprised by that because you get sea lions and stuff, right? You've got sea lions in San Francisco. That's better. So we need the same at the top there. You up. Now I'm looking at this. This needs to go up, doesn't it? This needs to go up a level so that it can have some sort of beam. All of this is because my beams are too long. I should have just made the doors bigger. That would have made more sense. The Arctic pack are North America, European animals, and maybe we'll get Antarctic pack with South Pole animals. It's off LA, right? Got ya. Name an elephant. There's probably an invasive population here in Florida. Elephants. That's one that's definitely not in the list. I'd be very surprised. What can we do that looks like a kind of vent? A rounded vent. I kind of want to try and do something for that as well. That looks better now. I've kind of brought it back. Maybe if I just double this whole beam section up, that'll make it feel like it's kind of cooler piece. Yeah, actually the heater piece is better. The heater piece is better. I think I'm right. Let me think about it for a second. Am I right? I feel like I've got one of these door sticks out more than the other one. What's going on here? There are invasive elephants in Australia? No. No, there's not. You don't get random elephants walking around in the outback. You get camels. There's loads of camels. They helped after the wildfires. I feel like this is an urban myth here you guys are spreading. Although I do vaguely remember seeing helicopters with elephants attached to the bottom of them, spraying. They got an elephant and they took it over a big pond and then said, right, suck up. And they sucked up the pond and then they just helicoptered over the top and the elephant squirted its trunk. I feel like you guys are spinning me a ruse. Someone's freakishly Googling in the background, I reckon. How would there be? Because there's no way there'd be, surely, invasive elephant species. It's not like you introduce an elephant to, like, you know, they've got that stupid thing where in Australia they've introduced the possums and all those sorts of things in order to get rid of rabbits when they had myxomatosis. There's no way that's the same for an elephant. What you bring in? I mean, that's getting into that nursery rhyme territory, isn't it? Brought in an elephant to swallow a donkey or something. And not really invasive. Oh my god, yeah. Bloody elephants in the trash again. I keep going to take the rubbish out. I can't get out of there. There's an elephant in my bins. I believe they are there to help with overgrown vegetation, since most of Australia's megafauna is extinct. I don't think so. I know I've travelled quite a lot of Australia. I've never seen an elephant anywhere. I've seen camels in the outback. They have them in zoos? Safari parks. This is getting... You guys are backing off of this story quicker and quicker and quicker. Brilliant. Right. This is coming. This is coming. Okay, so we obviously need it inside now. Did I actually remember to turn all these to blue or black? I think they were already set to black. They have them in the preserve areas. They just put them in a few months ago, but they're not for entertainment or anything. Yeah, it might be that might be the case. I can see that. I mean, in theory, you can kind of see the desert outback environment as being, could maybe like appropriate to elephants. I didn't want to do that, did I? Did I just do something I didn't want to do? We've got detailing on this door that we don't have on this door. Why is that? Is it because it's on the inside edge? It is. Yeah, there's a lot of that in that part of the world where there's too much of something when they've introduced something and then realised it was a bad idea. Introduce something in order to try and get rid of something else, and then realise now they've got a problem with the... Because that's the thing with the... in New Zealand, it's massive. It's a massive thing about possums and stoats and weasels and all those sorts of things. And everywhere you go in New Zealand, there's people being paid to kill them. To kill them in the wild because they're eating the birds. Because obviously New Zealand doesn't have any native mammals, so all the birds have evolved to not fly and to lay their eggs on the ground and stuff. And I can't remember what it was exactly. I think it was again the same thing. It was myxomatosis in rabbits, and they brought in weasels and stoats and things, and they were like, "Oh, it's fine. They don't eat birds. They don't eat eggs." And all that happened is that they just, the weasels and the stoats and the other things all just switched to eating eggs because it was there. Like, oh, just eat the eggs. Free eggs. Oh, I'm through the ceiling. I'll have to look after the stream RAM. I probably can't. I'll have a look. Yeah, I can't click on that link while I'm in the stream. They're also thinking of putting lions, elephants, and giraffes, other African savanna animals, to Southern California. I mean, this all feels like bad ideas. All of these things. Surely. What was that? I was watching something the other day. Oh, in fact, I was watching the original Louis Theroux interview with the... what's his name? Tiger King dude. And he was saying in that series, there's more big cats in captivity in America than there are in the wild. Because it was, well, I don't know if it is so much of a thing anymore, but it was such a massive thing that people just like, I want a pet tiger. How crazy is that? Imagine your best mate's got a tiger. My mate's got a tiger. Going back from school or something. Coming back to their house after, Joe Exotic. Carol Baskin's house is like an hour from my house. Didn't they not? Was there not a thing that they were like restarting some investigation into her again? I haven't yet been able to convince my girlfriend that this is that Tiger King is good watching, but damn, is it good watching. Everyone is just like a caricature, aren't they? None of these people are real. They're all like, this legit? The guy that's like punching the cougar, and the cougar's like howling at him or whatever it is, bobcat or something, making that like, if I had the chance to eat your face off I would noise, and he's just punching it. But there was something always about that Carol Baskin. I guess she was supposed to feel that from the show. Like none of them feel like they're innocent people. They all feel like they've got some dodginess about them. Hey Drew, hey dudes. How's your stream? I saw you were streaming just as I was coming on, actually. Hope it went well, buddy. We are painfully slowly making a refrigerating unit. Welcome back, Cabe. I swear the animal people in Florida are crazy druggies with mullets and too much of daddy's money. I don't think it's just in Florida though. I mean, where's that? That is Florida, isn't it? Yeah, Tiger King's Florida. Oh man, it's good telly though. The original series of Louis Theroux, when he was on it, was like, you could tell this is like, I mean, the Louis Theroux stuff. If you've never seen Louis Theroux, guys, check out Louis Theroux's Weird Weekends. There are so many good episodes in that. It was a good time. I didn't realise you were streaming at the same time until I started. Yeah, I don't usually stream at this time, dudes. But I didn't have a video up today, and I usually have a video out on Fridays. So, and I've got girlfriend's on a chat with her besties tonight, so I thought I'd take the opportunity for a stream. We don't formally recognise Florida as part of the US anymore. They've got too crazy. Can privately own in those three states. Too many Florida man stories. Florida, Texas, and Oklahoma. Yeah. The Louis Theroux. I watched the other one. The other one I watched the other day. So interesting is that I watched the. So Louis Theroux did 2 episodes in the Miami Mega Jail. And if you don't know what the Miami Mega Jail is, the Miami Mega Jail, I hadn't really realised, I hadn't connected these two things together, but the Miami Mega Jail is where they put Jeffrey Epstein. And you watch this program and they're like, they knew exactly what they were doing putting him in there. Because this is pretty rough. It's worse than prison. All these people are pre-trial because they're in jail. But it is so dodgy. Everyone's like fighting for bunks and all sorts of things. What state does Missoula take place in? Missoula is in Montana. It's actually a place in Montana. The kind of the funny behind the name. Missoula doesn't have a zoo, but is nicknamed Zoo Town because it's wild and like full of crazy people that are. I think it's named Zoo Town by people who don't live in Missoula, maybe the snooty neighbours or something. But it's So we were basically looking for a place to base our zoo that was kind of this biome, because we both kind of wanted to work in this biome. And yeah, I think we were just looking, because for ages we were talking about Canada. I was quite keen on Canada because I quite like the idea of having like a fusion, being able to do like a fusion thing, bits of kind of French stuff coming into it. And yeah, we looked at a bunch of different places in this biome, this taiga biome. And I think I found it. I think I found yeah, I did. I found the story about Missoula being called Zoo Town after I'd seen some pictures of Lake Missoula. And actually this, not kind of intentionally, but he's done a pretty well, because Haribo did all the landscaping, and it does actually look quite a lot like Lake Missoula. I'm trying to get this rubber bit again. He'll probably appear in the chat in a second. Yeah, she did find it. I literally looked down and was like, yeah, there he is. God, I don't want this little rubber bit, but I don't want that. I'll make this out of something else. Does Haribo have a YouTube channel? He does not. Well, he does have a YouTube channel. Oh, that's right. You flew over it on Flight Simulator. That's right. See the thoroughness that we go to, guys. It was so perfect. It was when I saw the screenshots, it was so perfect, to be honest. So Haribo does have a YouTube channel, but it's a YouTube channel that he's put out stuff for like instructional videos for his paths and things, for blueprints. He's got a very, very good collection on the workshop. But no, he doesn't have a YouTube channel that he does much to. Haribo rocks, he does. But don't tell him while he's here. Don't say that while he's here. Difficult enough to deal with. No, he's not. No, it's very fun, and hopefully you can tell that in the videos that it's working really well. It's a really good kind of. I do think that's a thing you can't really know. Is it has to be quite good kind of chemistry and stuff. I have to get on quite well. I twisted his arm to be in the videos because he didn't want to be in the videos initially. I think now he's kind of secretly enjoying it. Let it go to his head. Right, so there we go. We've got our structure. Darn, don't want that up there. It's all right, we can sort that out in a minute. So I'm going to have a little look at the vents because I'm pretty sure the heater. If only I could go outside and have a look what I used before. I feel like these are the other way round. The heater looks like it's better for this sort of thing. Maybe not. It's got that red, isn't it? Hey Zagin, how you doing, dude? No worries. We have been, and this is a slow, very, very chill, a very, very chill stream. Super chill. We have so far started on this little icebox thing, which I've got to do loads more to still. Okay, well maybe it is the cooler then. Where is it? Cooler. There it is. Yeah, it's a bit massive though, isn't it? That's my issue with it. Oh, actually tell you what it has got is that bit on the back. So this is what I'm trying to remember what you've seen. Yes, you have seen the patio heaters now. This is what I use for the patio heaters. We are stuck in the catacombs. Yeah, Toves is not letting anyone outside to see because we're not doing any spoilers today. Let's actually have a look at the back of the heater piece just for a second. Can you change? You can change the color of this. So these are quite good just for like details and stuff. Can't do anything where it just kind of shows a little tiny bit of it Oh, we've got a gap there. That's no good. Please change the temperature too. Oh yeah, that's a fair point. I need to put some, I'll put some misters and stuff in there. This is not worth doing. I might as well just use the bracket piece or a brace piece. Making work for myself by doing that. Brace. Make it kind of dark grey. Hello? Okay. I'd like to get the fridge finished at least tonight before we move on. I don't feel like we're going to be starting the community zoo tonight, guys, that's for sure. Having spent an hour doing this, or however long I've been streaming for. 2.5 hours, in fact. So, if we bring that black, bring the black down to there. Now if we switch back to the grey, hopefully it's pretty not noticeable, but that'll look like it's part of the rubber seal of the door. No, it's barely noticeable, but that's the idea there. Wait, you starting today on another time? I was going to start today, but I would rather spend. I'd rather spend the time getting this right. So sorry about that, guys. That's why I totally love your attention to detail. It's like pointlessly invisible. You never notice it, but I've just spent 30 seconds making that. Oh dear. 2.5 hours good. Going good considering you were only doing a couple of hours. I know. Well, you know that, Lisa. This is always the way. Say this every single stream, and then I was streaming for 5 hours last night, wasn't I? That was only supposed to be a couple of hours as well. Right. I don't think I want to do that. That's lazy. Let's do. Oh, I know. It's nearly revealed the whole thing. Just happy to be here. Thanks, Cade. That's nice of you, dude. Appreciate it. I've sort of settled into the thing. I think when you start streaming, especially when like it's different on House Flipper, like I'm a little bit more established and a little bit more confident and stuff. I'm still a bit of an unknown in this community, and I kind of don't really mind. But because as I said, I'm not very good at the self-promotion stuff, which is a bit of a downside of being a being a YouTuber, I guess. But where was I going with that thought? Oh yeah, so yeah, when you start streaming on especially when you're streaming something new, it does feel a little bit like you're under pressure to do things and have like whole things done. And now I think I've kind of got to a place where I'm like, I'm just gonna make some progress, do a thing, and not worry about things getting abandoned, because that happens a lot. Like I really do spend a lot of time, and I'm sure Haribo would say the same, spend a lot of time doing stuff that I just kind of go, it's not working. Like I might spend a whole day on something. That's why I'm never going to be someone who's able to put out content like every week, to be honest, or like really good content, because I get to that thing. I'm like, yeah, I'd rather bin it than scrap it. Do something scrappy. It looks awesome. Thanks, Dennis. More time to discuss and plan the community zoo. It's better than just rushing through everything. Yes, let's discuss the community zoo. What are your thoughts on the random cyberpunk update for House? It was random, wasn't it? It was rando. It was pretty fun. I have to say, it was pretty fun. They're a weird lot, really. They really are. It's a cool DLC. It is a cool DLC, but it is a bit of a like, where's this come from? This doesn't make any sense at all. But yeah, and what they've done is sort of they've kind of had they if you're not involved in the zoo the House of Community, you won't be aware of the like. There's a whole thing been kind of ages about console releases versus PC releases. Basically because the console game has been out for a year and everyone that's on the console wants all of the DLCs that we've waited 3 years on the PC to get. I don't think this is probably a thing that fridges have, but hey ho. So yeah, there was a bit of a, but it's a free, free update. People shouldn't moan to it too much. But no, kind of fun, but very much out of context. But they do this, they've done this before. Randomly just got a moon base. Like, who's asking for a moon base? Who's asking for a moon base in House Vipper? I know. Yeah. It was a little bit like a, Are you maybe trying to leverage some dual branding there? Talking of dropping ideas, but to finish that Monkey Island sign anyway, about 10 hours. We're not talking about those things, Haribo. We're not giving away, disclosing. I know some people have seen that, but not necessarily the people in my chat will have seen that. They are a creative bunch of devs. I get them. I give them that. They are. They're good guys, actually. They're a very small. They're a small crew as well. No, Monkey Island is part of this zoo. Monkey Island is a thing that is on the. It's been on the Bro Nation Discord. Haribo shared the dealie on there. He's made a sign. And he's now. I know what he's doing because he knows that Taves is not entirely sure about whether we should be using the sign, and so he's putting it into my chat so that everybody will like. Oh, bless you! That sign is on the workshop now because it's not going to be used. Don't I sound like a right git? That just makes me sound like a right bugger. It's quality control, and we both have this. We both have this ability to do this, and this is a good thing. If we disagree with something, thing is, there's something. It's definitely awesome. I'm not questioning you that it's definitely awesome, but it doesn't make sense to me. And I think you do agree that you just you made something that's cool, but it's very themed. Monkey Island is a pirate thing, so you have to execute that theme. If you're going to have a Monkey Island sign, execute the theme and have Monkey Island things, places. Have pirate stuff, which I don't have a problem doing, but anyway. Yes. So yes, is available on the workshop now. Grab it while you can. Where am I getting wires from, guys? Post. What can I use for wires? Can't recolour those, can you? It's a shame you can't recolour that fence post. I don't really need. I guess I don't massively need wires. I probably don't massively need that bit either. That would work as a temp control. Yeah, I'm just trying to give it some, I don't know, some detailing really. I don't know about that bit there. Oh, we can just turn it off. I'll just turn it off. But yeah, so Community Zoo. So Community Zoo is going to be on the Cast River Maya map from the career mode. Because it's kind of nice and small, so I want to make sure we can finish it, because I don't want to start a thing we can't finish because it makes my brain hurt. And it will be, I don't know, I don't think there's going to be, I don't really want it to be like heavily themed, but it can be. So what I was planning to do today, saved it in like a million years. In fact, I can just save over that one. Was to start off the entranceway for that, and that will sort of set a tone as to what the innards of the zoo might look like. This looks like it needs a black bit here, doesn't it? This needs to be rubber, hitting rubber ish. What have I done there? What is that? Oh, it's that. Okay, yeah. So that can actually come out, go up. But yeah, I think it's probably only probably big enough for a small handful of people to be involved in. So we'll do once I kind of post in the Discord, we'll just kind of first come first serve it, whoever wants to be involved. And I think we'll probably do it like we did with the House Flipper stuff. We'll just kind of go in an order. Obviously, I don't expect it to be done at any kind of great velocity or anything. So, if you want to be involved, the option will be there. What style are you thinking about? Like a small woodland park zoo? Well, it's so that Cast River Valley or whatever it's called is quite. I chose it because it's actually a temperate biome, but it's quite simple. It's quite sort of simple, so yeah, sort of parky woodlandsy. But I don't want to do, I won't want to do something that's too close to this, for example. I won't want to do anything that's too American themed. But I don't know. It's probably modern, probably fairly modern, but not like not like. I'd say kind of wood modern is what I'm thinking of. Difficult to describe. What can we use for shelves here? What have I used for shelves before? I guess we could just use posts. Is this going to be too big? Just use Diamond Girl's fridge. We have used workshop items where they've kind of felt like they were just easier to use at times. Well, also where they've just been good. If they've just been really good workshop items, sometimes it's not worth trying to reinvent something that's already there. Yes, you are right with the Australian sign. Could definitely be handy. Good shout. I know you said not American, but there's a really nice small zoo called Woodland Park Zoo. The entrance is modern, wooden and metallic. Tell you what, just anyone that's got ideas for what it could look like, I'm completely open to suggestions, guys. So just chuck them in the Discord. I probably should just do a little channel in there. I will do that. Put them in the general. Just put them in general chat in the. Oh, sorry, in the Planet Zoo chat. She's just posted in the Discord with one. Cool. Is that because someone's getting impatient with my ways? Someone's like, "Oh God, just use this one." What question are you answering? I'm not following you, Cabe. What about under Planet Zoo inspiration? Yes, perfect, Lisa. Thank you very much. The style of the community zoo. Yes, that was what I was replying to. Sorry if that was confusing. Okay. Oh, it doesn't matter, Rem, if you put it in the wrong place. You put it where I said to put it, so. But yeah, it'd be better where Lisa said. The ladies are in charge of the Discord. It's swiftly becoming. It's swiftly becoming that those guys know more what's going on in the Discord than I do. I'm pretty sure very soon I'm going to be losing my place at the top of the levels as well. I did want another shelf. Am I going to get away with another shelf? Not really. That's alright, we can probably work it out. Okay, we need, what we do need, I do kind of like, I like the heater piece, but it's a shame it's not, if you could get rid of that red, there's no way of getting, oh, I guess you could get rid of that red. Hold on, let's try something. So if you did this, turn that off, it stays on, right? Yeah, but if you just got an art piece and shove a bit of blue in there, can that work? Oh, I always type in art shapes, but isn't that actually art shapes, is it? Yeah, go to town with the suggestions, guys, because yeah, I'm more than happy to take you guys' suggestions on board and then ignore it and choose my own. No, that's not true. I'm more than happy to. I sort of not really massively explaining myself, but I don't necessarily mean not American. I just mean not something that looks like Missoula, if you know what I mean. Are none of these going to be small enough? Please turn, thank you. Maybe this is doable. It does look like it does. Why is it only doing those two bits then? That's odd. So there's like a different shape in there. What if we use an Australia zoo that kind of represents Australia's zoo, Steve Irwin Zoo? Would be awesome. Kind of got an Australian zoo going. So probably no. And I don't know if that would fit. I mean, I guess it probably would fit that. biome, that map that I've chosen. Come here. This isn't going to work, is it? It's not quite small enough. Maybe if we just sunk it back into the wood, into the metal. So get rid of that a second. Do you know, I wanted that. I think I can change the... Can I change the colour of this? I can. Handy. It's amazing how just changing the colour of something that most people use is the same... Like the same base colour all the time makes a difference to like it becoming unrecognisable. You're like, what is that piece? Oh, it's the heater. So am I just... I'm doing this all wrong, but never mind. This is not what I want. I want something smaller. This? Oh dear, that's not happy, is it? Why is it doing that? Please turn off. I don't mind it that much in, but I want to cover that. Maybe like a bracket piece or something. What have I got that I can recolour? That's too big. I think I'm getting to brain rot here. Yes, gutter. Well done. Thank you, Amanda. Gutters. Gutters are the answer to all problems. I'll just do that. Blue. Oh, we want a nice light blue though. And that's probably going to be too much, but... It's actually got like a texture in there. That's amazing. It's got... I thought that was just flat in there. Gutters are the best. They definitely are. I mean, it doesn't really need to... It just needs to not look hot. Oh. Once you go the wrong way. Use the roof trim. For this. Oh, I know the bit you mean, yeah. Could have used that. I'm not going to worry about the Z fighting because this little thing's going nuts anyway. It's got, when you get close to it, the texture's going crazy. That's something, right? So if we give it a mist effect, I think I might have to go right back into the wall so it's not too much. Hey Wesley, how you doing, dude? Hope you're well. Got to walk my puppies. I'm seeing you on Discord if I don't make it back on time. Cool. No worries, dude. Thanks for hanging out for so long. Small mist effect. So we're going to need to unpause it. So if we can just get mist inside there, that'll be an achievement. Come on, mist. Are we unpaused? Hello? There's a guy, so we're definitely unpaused. Where's the mist? Where's the mist? Why is there no mist here? Special effect mist effect. Where is it? There we go. It's just not when you're that close to it. Weird. I've never seen it do that before. I guess that's what mist does. This is going to be interesting then, isn't it? We've got to place it from over here. Fan dabby dozy. Canadian with Arctic, Asian and Japanese classic. Canadian with Arctic, Japanese, Asian with You're not saying all of those things at the same time. You're saying, is that an or? Because Canadian with Arctic, Asian and Japanese classic is quite a combo. And quite ambitious. Oh, I've lost it now. Separate two ideas. Again, I don't think Japanese would particularly work, but Canadian. Convince me. Find some inspiration photographs and put them in the Discord. That's the best way to get this done, I think. There is people in here I've never seen before. Stranger danger. Wesley's got stranger danger. It's all right. You're amongst friends. Well, this is the PZ crew. The keepers can't seem to walk past the black line. No, they can. They're good. They're all good. I think that's maybe enough. The door is open, so I don't mind it coming. Oh, actually, a bit too much still. I've seen Arctic mixed with Japanese before, and the snow effect is amazing. Oh, have I just brought it all the way down? This is the problem with these mists. They're like, you just want a little bit of it, and you get a lot of it. I don't want that much. This is the smallest one. I think that's maybe alright. I just want a little, just the odd little wisp of it coming out of the door. I don't want it all the way down there though. See, that's kind of cool. Like from here, just getting that little bit of the stuff coming out, and it's down the bottom because the cold is the bottom. The coldest bit is the bottom of the. That's all right. I think we'll do that. So just a little bit of something. It's a very small detail, but such is life. Right, we need some actual shelving. And then we're probably going to have to call it a day after this, guys. Once I get this shelving in and some food on it, that might be all she wrote for today. Because I'm very slow. Right, so we want. So you reckon the Australian sign piece? I think you could be a good shout. I know the one you mean. You mean the little timber one? It's probably right at the top, isn't it? I probably missed it. Yeah, it's there. So there's one shelf. I can't do it that side. I can do it on the other side though. I can do a second shelf on the other side, even though it's pretty much invisible. Oh, I'm having to click on my other screen to get that. Handy. Okay, so if we do that, and then we can grab that again. Oh, hello. I get that sometimes. I go to type in a piece and it just like throws me out. So we can stick that. I think that's going to be alright, isn't it? Yeah. We're in the fridge, guys. Jumpers on. Brr. Cool. What's that? Oh, I've pressed that button again. I'll never remember what the key is for it, but it's that one. I think it's T. What's that bit there? Don't have a jumper. It's alright, we're back out of the fridge now. Maybe get some gloves on, we're going back in. Brr. Could we do like... I wonder what the icicles would look like. They'd probably be a bit much. Ice. There's icicles somewhere, isn't there? I've used it for something before. Only once. Interesting. Can we make it kind of look like it's... Can we make something look like it's frozen up? These are probably massive, aren't they, I think? What's the smallest we can get here? I realised I've got the... Oh no, that is the white. It's picking up all the light. Unfortunately, it's picking up the light from... That'll help as well. So if I put a blue light in here... I think this is probably going to be a bit too much. Oh, maybe not. That's not too bad, is it? That's potential. That's got potential. Looks like we've kind of just... It's getting a little bit frosty in there. It's not a fridge now. It's becoming an ice box, but... I don't know. What do we think? Is that too much? Kind of don't mind that. Kind of maybe. Thinking a maybe. It's a maybe. But going out the vent... It probably shouldn't be hanging off the ceiling, should it? That's cool. I like that. That's working. I think we'll only have that though, because it'll get nuts otherwise. What about? So we want a light. We probably want one of these dealies, or maybe a few of these dealies, with like a blue. I wonder if this is actually going to make enough blue light. It's got no light in here. This is the problem. Blue light's not doing much. What can we do? Sometimes you have to kind of like stack these to actually get a real light off of them. I'm not getting any light from that at all. I don't know if that's actually doing a blue... If that's actually doing a blue light. So if I put it on... Oh, that's why, because I was stupid. Egypt! Because I was in the daytime. Of course I was in the daytime, so there was no light coming off of it. So, I do that. And then if I just kind of push it... I mean, I guess we could probably have it kind of coming out of there, maybe. That maybe was what we should have done. one of the light panels. Yeah, I'm an idiot, dude. So we'll just put kind of one back in there. Hopefully that doesn't create any kind of ambience anywhere else too much. I think it should be alright. And then if I put a panel, one of the light panels, they're not as bright as these Arctic pieces. It's massive though, isn't it? Let's see what this is like. I just kind of shove it. Oh, this was a better piece to have used. I should have just used this. I don't think I can have all of these on because it's going to get really light in here. It's getting too light. African Night Zoo. You need to check them. You need to check out the map, dude. If you see the map, if it's the Karst River, Valley or something like that, career mode. If you check that out, you'll see that it doesn't look African at all. It's temperate biome. It's Europe, basically. Does this game have a spoon? I don't think so, no. Maybe that's enough. I mean, it is very, very blue. Hey, Just Go On. It's a rare thing on the YouTubes anyway, that's for sure. Good to see you, dudes. Hope you're well. All the content creators in today. Just Go On has an awesome channel. We've got lots of awesome stuff on the workshop as well. In fact, it was Just Go On's what was it? Insect Hotel that I pinched for the floor in the tropical dome. That was like the insects under the undergrowth or something. It's just, it spills out a little bit more than I wanted it to, but maybe when I light the rest of this, because all the rest of this hallway needs lighting, maybe it'll be alright. Just have rarely seen a full night zoo or an Arctic zoo that isn't just full of Alaska Arctic haha. I love Goran's Insect Hotel. The other thing is, Joe, I do make YouTube videos, so Night Zoo is probably not really that great for me. But I don't want to poo-poo your ideas. I'm not. There's no spoons involved in this game, Wesley. No, it's your obsession. But no, not today. Not today. You'll have to wait for next week. Don't. That's all right, dude. Yeah, go for it. I'm more than happy to hear lots of ideas. But yeah, as I said, just find some pictures. I'm very much a picture person. So if you can find a picture that gets me going, yes, definitely, then we'll do it. Right, so let's put a few of these. It's becoming more of a freezer, isn't it? It wasn't really ever going to be a freezer, but I think it's becoming a freezer. We have got in the zoo, I've just remembered, somewhere in the zoo we've got some dodgy meat in a freezer that glows. I can't remember who it was that made that. Someone off the workshop, we just took a piece. It has icicles. How is it not a freezer? I know the icicles just kind of became a thing that I ended up adding. Originally it was going to be a fridge, but it's definitely feeling more like a freezer now, isn't it? Can I put fruit in there? I don't know. You do get ice in your fridge though. Peter, yeah, that was Peter. Peter Orr made the radioactive meat. You do get ice in your freezer, in your fridge at the back if you get water in there, right? In the little bit. In that gungy little bit that collects the horribleness, you get ice. That's what we're shooting for. We're shooting for. I like things to look a little bit like they're not kept very well. I think it just adds something. Right, where's my fruit? Oranges. Maybe I'll get convinced to not put. No, I think it can be. I think it can be a fridge. I think it's all right. And knowing what we've got up top, above my head, that you can't see, it does need to be fruit. I'm not giving too many clues away by what I'm choosing here. It's not happy, that is it? I don't think that is from the pieces I've put in there. I think that just was doing that anyway. Actually, do you know what I could do? Does when the cooler is on, doesn't it have like a haze, or is that the heat? I know I use and I can't tell you what I've used the heat for. I've used the heat somewhere else. I've used the heaters in another bit of the zoo for something else that you haven't seen yet. But I think the coolers have like a effect when you turn them on. This cooler's off at the moment, so oh crap. Yeah, there's a particle effect, yeah. So the heat one's really good. Let's just finish this a second. So pineapple. What am I doing? Not even in the right section. Pie. They want pie. It's the pie fridge. We saw the heaters made of coolers in the Red Panda. Yeah, no, I'm thinking of something else, dude. I'm thinking of the thing that you built that I then did the interior for. In there's a bit where I've used the haze from the heat for something. I'm pretty sure hopefully you'll get in my. But yeah, no, the patio heaters I used the coolers, right? I used the coolers as the heaters just because of the shape of it. Right, so let's look at the. Or did I use the Yes, I used the coolers as the heaters. So if I just stick this, I mean, I guess we could put this in the ceiling, but it's just a bit big. That fan is just a bit much. What if you kind of hide it away? don't think I need this really. I don't need that. I'll use it under the floor. That fan of the cooler is exactly what I needed in my giraffe. They're super cool, these. Not a lot of people look at them either, because they've got all the back texture and everything is awesome. I've used them a bunch here. They're better. I think they're better vents than the aircon units. So let's see this particle effect then. See it before we push it into the floor. What am I doing? I'm not seeing the particle effect. Oh, there we go. So if I push that under the floor, in fact we should just push it into that. Let's just push it into that. Let's not do this at all. Get this guy. Oh, it's so annoying that that heat map turns on all the time. Stop it. I don't want it. Okay, and then we've got to move away from it to see it. It's a little bit more than I want, but if I just push it back in a bit more. Oh, stupid thing. Yeah, that's cool. That's pretty cool. So we've got that, and then we've got the mist effect that has occasionally creeps out of the door. Cool, right. Well, we haven't achieved an enormous amount today, but we have achieved this. So in 3 hours and 15 minutes, we've achieved a freezer. It looks like it needs something on the bottom, doesn't it? There, we've got 2 of those on that side. I don't know if I blueprinted my little boxes. Did I blueprint my little boxes? I don't think I did. I don't want to leave the. I don't want to leave the room. Where's my? I don't think I did. I can't get there without revealing an enormous amount. So I might just grab that one and drag it over. I'll get this one. I mean, it's insane, but I do enjoy, even though that's taken me 3 hours. I do quite enjoy that. If it takes 3 hours and it looks crap, then you don't enjoy it. If it takes 3 hours and then you bin it because you just look at it and go, oh, it's rubbish, not so much fun. But we've got loads to do in here still, and this is a big thing that I've now started faffing about. I don't think anything else will be anywhere near as complicated as this. Although maybe we'll use some. I do feel like we need some lockers and things. Maybe. Just some bits and pieces. Just some clutter. I just need some clutter in here, and some drains and things. In fact, we could use that. We could use that little nubbet as a drain. I wonder if we could turn that into a drain. It's not really the right thing though. It needs to be on the floor. Have we got any? Have we got any smaller path pieces? Let's just do that for a sec. Is there anywhere that it's not path all the way up to the wall? Probably here, right? Yeah. Okay, so if we just put a little drain in there. Not doing that. Plaster. It needs lighting. I think once we get the lighting in as well, it will stop that from all feeling quite so blue. What am I doing? Why has that not stayed on that line? Thanks. This is our little buggy that Carlos made. Do, 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 do. Oh, we've got drains. I don't really need to be doing this because we've got drains that I can use. But hey ho, I'll just do it because it's not going to take that long. Do, do, do. Okay, right. Do, 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 do. That's not what I want to do. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. The normality has been restored with the music after yesterday's cyberpunk. No one was happy about the cyberpunk tunes. I think everyone started to get used to it by the end of the stream, but no one was all that happy about the newness. I'm guessing I won't be able to push this at all. No, that's all right. Oh, let's pause. Health and safety trip hazard. Very true, Lisa. Message retracted. She changed her mind. It grew on you. Oh, the music. Yeah, it got better once I turned it right down. It's not even got his floor meeting the ground. Come on. What am I working with here? This is not a bit I've raised either. I don't need to do in more coding because it's Thanksgiving break. Oh, when is Thanksgiving? Is that next week? Don't want to do any more coding. It takes too long. Is it next week, Thanksgiving? What shall we use for this? I think I just used the post last time. Can we use that? Guess we probably could use that. Oh, it's on a creeping up. I can see it creeping up on that side for some reason. Darn it. Thursday. What are you guys planning for Thanksgiving then? What do you do, Westy, for Thanksgiving? Big family thing? Says we don't really have an equivalent of Thanksgiving. This is very Missoula appropriate. I think I've actually even used this in one of the Missoula videos, this bit of music. So I would probably bother with health and safety. If I was doing health and safety, I have done this before, but I think it would be a little bit pointless back here. That's pretty flush with the floor. But a good way of doing like little health and safety marker would be just to get like a gutter piece. I'm not going to do this, but if you want to like make black and white or black and yellow stripes, I'll just do this really quickly. So you just get like a yellow bit. But we don't really need to do this back here because this is like flush with the floor pretty much. Just do that around it basically. But I'm not going to bother, so I don't think it needs it. The other thing I could do, really house flipping PZ. I think it probably needs a couple more of those. Basically, I just said, dude, because this is all concrete and this is underground and it's underneath the habitat, feels like it probably does need some proper drainage and stuff. But yeah, it's amazing how much like those sorts of things add. I think little bits and pieces. We need to foot this wall out as well. But once we've kind of worked out this is working. Hey Gander, how are you doing today? I'm doing good. I'm doing good. We're pretty much at the end of the stream because it is 3.5 hours in, and I said I was only doing a couple of hours. Can I see the zoo? If not, yeah, okay. You can't see the zoo, I'm afraid, because it is before we've done the episodes. So everything outside there of this door. We are only on episode 3. You can see the zoo if you go into my channel, dude, and look at Missoula Zoo. Episode 3 is what the latest one that's been up, and then next week, new stuff will be up, but it won't actually be this yet. I think this is like episode 4 or 5, I can't remember. Yeah, and the actual zoo is, thanks Just Goron, being a content creator, you should know that that's the, you tell them to go to the video first. then you tell them to go to the workshop. But yes, it is on the workshop. I don't think Wesley actually has Planet Zoo though, so I think it's go for the video first. Alright guys, I think that's going to be it. Episode 6, the man is saying. Maybe I'm losing track now. We've got so many things to show. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. Pretty cool. I like it. I think it's kind of worked out right. Oh, do you know what I haven't got? I haven't got any handles. You can't open doors. Shocking. Bracket. Probably just these. Looks cool, thanks Isa. Every door needs a handle. Yeah. So you'll see this at some point in an episode. Episode 6. Oh, I just moved the damn thing. Episode 6, 5 or 6, somewhere along the line. And I'll have probably have done the rest of it by then as well. I don't use my... Yes, true, you don't on a normal fridge, do you? You don't bother. You just grab the side of it. But this is a double door, so you do need something. And that's not quite right. It's never quite right, and then you can't grab the piece, so you have to delete a piece in order to get the piece, and then you can't still grab the piece, so you have to delete another piece, delete the whole bloody door in order to get the little tiny handle. I'm clicking on you. There you go. That's because it's not grouped together. And unfortunately, this sort of thing, I mean, I could probably back it. I could probably put some backing on it, square it off, put it on the workshop at some point. So this will probably be on the workshop when we do the episode as well. Right, that is it guys. Thank you very much for watching, very much appreciated. Sorry we didn't get around to the community thing this week. I probably will do, maybe I'll do a little video on it at some point. And then yeah, episode 4 of Missoula will be next week. Thank you very much for hanging out, very much appreciate it. And I shall catch you peeps on the next one. Take it easy.